And we are live. So check, check. Hopefully you can hear me. Yes, hopefully you can hear me. Let me pull it up here so that I can see that. Thank you guys for all the support. I want to say so far, thank you so for all the support. I really appreciate it. And just for you showing up every time I go live. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, even though you're watching the replay. Thank you so much. Today we're talking about you are not lazy, you just need a routine, right? We're going to be talking about basically how to create a routine so that you can get out of that funk. I don't want to say laziness because I don't believe you are lazy. If you're watching this video, you are not lazy, honey. You just want to find a way to improve your life. And we're going to be talking about that today. So, I do want to start off by saying I I was in that position. I was in your position where I felt like I was lazy. Hopefully you can hear me. Maybe they might need to come up a little bit more. I was in that position where I felt like at one point I was like really lazy. I wasn't saying the words to myself, but I felt like it because I had so much to do, but I was not getting anything done and I was just laying it wrong. And I was just in my head constantly going over the things that I need to get done, but nothing wasn't getting done. And on top of that, just being a first time mom, it was a lot of different changes that was happening. So I wanted to just come on, especially for my mommies, for, for all the mommies that subscribe. You are not lazy, okay? And for all of those who just need an extra push. Yes, this is going to be the video. Um Thank you for stopping by. Let me know where you're tuning in from. That way I can we can talk, we can communicate. So thank you for stopping by, right? Um so the first thing I want to talk about is that like you are not lazy, you just need a routine. So we established that you're not lazy, so we're not going to talk about that. But we're going to be talking about routines, right? And so let me pull up my live on my phone so that I can make sure I'm hearing everything. Okay. I just want to check to make sure I'm hearing everything before I dive in. Before we dive in. Play. Check to make sure I'm hearing everything before I dive in. Okay, I can hear. Before we dive in. Let me just write hello everyone. Hello fam. Is it crazy that I'm trying to text and type? Oh my goodness. Multitasking is not my okay. That way I can see the text coming in here and I can see coming in there just in case you guys message. But yes, so that's what we're going to talk about. Now, the first thing is let me just go over some stuff. I do want to share this with you with the different ways to, I guess, to create that routine or to come out of that lazy era that you have that you keep telling yourself that you're in. I do want to say, remember on this channel, guys, we talk about everything, and I really want to stress how important it is that we don't speak negative things to ourselves. You, even though you may feel it sometimes, I don't want you to think it, and I don't want you to speak it. When you keep saying, "Oh, I am lazy," I am this, I am that, I am all the above, right? I don't want you saying that because our mind is so powerful. And I always tell people don't put out that negative energy into the universe because it's coming right back to you. And a lot of the time we say jokingly, but the reality is our mind can't tell the difference between, oh, we just joking and it's actually something serious. So obviously they take it as our mind take it as something serious, and eventually we start to believe that even though we jokingly say it, subconsciously that's what we believe, and so I really want to put that out there to let you know, please do not talk negative about yourself. Try to be aware of what your thoughts and your words, okay? So try to be aware of the things that you keep thinking about yourself. All of those negative thoughts, we don't want that anymore. So when that start coming in, I want you to find something positive to go with it. Okay? instead of that negative thought. So just that's one step closer to you creating that routine. Now, that is just a little bit of mindset, and that is what I have been working on. And I have been so aware of it that as soon as the negative thought comes in, or beliefs, or whatever I have, I'm like, I can recognize it and I toss it out immediately because I do not want that to be me, like who I am, because the things that we think becomes our reality. And so if you keep thinking I'm lazy, then that's what's gonna happen. Or not just laziness, but in general. So let me know guys where you're from so I can see that chat come up because I'm doing something new when it comes to uh going live. I'm going live on my laptop now. So I'm just trying out this new thing and this headset and everything. So yeah, so that is one thing I wanna talk about. I wanna make known. But let me show you my routine. Like it's so simple. Let me pull it up so you can see how simple my routine is. And I bring this to the stage. How do I full screen layout? Remove. No, I just want this. Hmm, one sec. Let's see if I can bring this up. Okay, cool. Yes, it's up. It's up. You can see it. I believe you can. So I created the first thing I did was I just want to leave this here. Actually, let me go back to full screen first so that you can understand what I'm saying before I pull this up. First thing, I want you to identify what are the things that needs to change. What are some things that need to change in your life for you to feel at for me it was because I was feeling all these negative feelings and I was feeling like I'm a failure and all of these different thoughts keep coming in at the beginning. I wanted to accomplish tasks within the home, within my home, um, within the home, and for me personally, in order to grow and become the person I want to become. And I wasn't getting it done because I was overwhelmed with everything that was happening, with with everything I have to do because I have to do so much, but yet I was paralyzed by the thought of having to do all the different things. And if that is you, like you know you have a lot to do, but yet you're still sitting on the couch or you're still scrolling on TikTok or wherever social media platform you're on. No, I believe you're on YouTube listening to this. And so but you're not getting anything done. And you know you have to get it done. You know you have to do these things. So why are you not getting up and getting it done? A lot of people might think that motivation is one of them. Like they're not motivated to do anything. And of course, there's a lot of things that we can talk about that can go into that have to do with our brain and all these different things. But we're not going to touch on that right now. I'm touching on what you can do to get out of that funk, right? Some simple things that you can do to get out of that funk. And the first thing I realized that, okay, if I want to get something done, then I need to make it happen. I can't depend on my husband. I can't depend on my baby boy. Like, I can't depend on no one but myself right now to get it done. I have to sacrifice. I have to make the sacrifice. And so I decide, I say, okay, I talk to my husband about it, of course, so he can be aware of the things that I am working on so that he can assist me, you know? Yes. And so if you have a spouse, um, or you're living with someone, or whatever the case might be, share it with them so that they can be aware of the things that you want to work on, so that they can help you and push you along the way. It's always good to have that support, right? So that's one thing that I did. And the next thing that you need to do is realize that okay, I am not a morning person. I don't believe I don't like I'm not a morning person. But I realize that mornings are the best time to actually get stuff done. Sorry. Mornings are the best time to get stuff done because currently, okay, you could see this belly. Yeah, you can see. So when evening time reach, I have zero energy to do anything, even though my baby is down and I have time, but I don't because I'm exhausted, right? From just um carrying life. And so I realized the morning is the best part. So I want you to think, okay, um, depending on your goals, depending on the goals that you set. So you need to set your goals, guys. You need to set whatever goals that you need to work on, right? Everyone will be different. For me, I just needed to get some stuff done around the house and to start my personal growth journey, right? And so I needed to decide which time works best for me. So I decided in the morning I would get up and I would do the things that I need to do. And let me just show you, like this morning, last night I created my list of things that I need to get done for today. And I want to pull it up so I can show you that so you can see how simple it is. Um, so this is my daily checklist, right? It's very simple. You don't need anything fancy or anything like that to do it. I seen it here. Pull up. Okay. I wish it could get bigger, but I'm not sure how to get bigger, right? So this is it here. Oh, my glasses. Oh, I can do this. Okay, cool. So the first thing was clean up the kitchen. No, I know to myself, for a peace of mind, I really need to just clean the kitchen, right, guys? And that mightn't be on your to-do list. So this is my simple routine for the day. And it's basically a to-do list, things that I personally need to get done to feel like I'm doing something with my life in a sense, and to come out of that funk. And so it's creating a routine. So you can decide when you get up in the morning, what are you going to do? The first thing you're going to do. So you can go step by step. I have already passed that stage where I automatically know like I'm doing certain things. Okay. So I just create a list to remind myself what I need to get done and I need to get done. And so for the first thing was cleaning the kitchen. What time of the day? I don't have a specific time for this. I just need to clean the kitchen. And next one is making up the beds. I realize that sometimes life gets so hectic that we forget to make up our beds. And let me just say, guys, it might seem so simple, but making up your bed, it kind of setting you up for the day. It preparing you for the day. You actually, that's the first thing you can get done for the day, so that you don't feel like if you're failing or lazy or whatever the case might be. When you get off of your bed, go ahead and make it up. Simple task. It's so simple. And you don't have to give this all what you see on social media, how the beds is look. Come on. Most of us don't have beds like that anyway. You take it. So just go ahead and make up your bed. Right. And so I have that on my list. And so those are the things I have on my list that I needed to get done today. Check emails. Yeah, I am on social media a lot of the times, and so I get a lot of brand deals and all these different things. So for me, I need to make sure I check my emails to keep up my, I guess, workflow, I should say, and just to respond to brands and just to be a better communicator in general. Okay. So I need to do that. Not every day I do it, but I need to do it. So I needed to find time today to catch up on my emails. And then I needed to go live. That was one of my biggest goals actually for the 30-day challenge. So on my daily checklist, I would always have going live. So I'm going to find the time to go live, whether it be for 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's a promise that I make to myself. So I'm going to follow through with it. And I want you to understand, when you say you're going to do something, I want you to follow through with it. Don't think, oh, I can do it tomorrow. Don't fall into that trap, because that is the cycle you're in right now. And you don't want to do that. So if you think about it, just do it. And so sometimes that's the mindset I have when I just say, oh, I need to get up and I need to wash the dishes. Okay, Queenie, just get up and do it immediately. Stop thinking about it. Just go and do it. The next thing I have is read my scriptures. I didn't tick off anything today, but yes, so I know I had to get up. That's the first thing I do. I get up and I read my scriptures, right? That is my routine. That is how I pour back into myself and I fill my cup, is by reading my scriptures. And I know if I get up before everyone in my household, I can read my scriptures, I can record product reviews video because I also do that as well. I review products. So that's just a little insight about me. If you have any questions, please leave it in the chat. I will be free to answer it. I will want to answer it and I want to help you in any way I can. So I know it's quiet. One, I can either go live in the morning, which I do sometimes, or I could record some product reviews, which I do sometimes and edit and send it off to the brands, right? So I already know if I can get up an hour and a half earlier before everyone wakes, I can get majority of these things off my list by 10 o'clock. Imagine that. And that is just for me because I know when it reaches a certain time, I don't have the energy to carry on to do stuff. And I have a toddler, so I have to be behind my toddler most of the time. And so this is a simple checklist that I create for me. Now you can probably get something. Let me know if you need if you're watching this replay, if you want me to create a step by step like times. Do you just want a checklist or um yeah, a checklist or a time that you could do stuff by? And I could probably not probably I can create a PDF like this for you and have it in my description. Probably not now after I give birth, guys. So that you can have all of this information. And I will actually create it so that when I'm going through this, because I'm stressing on um creating a routine. And let me just say, your routine, it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of the times people think I need to get up 5 o'clock every morning. No, that is not the case, guys. Sometimes I get up 5:30. Sometimes I get up 7 o'clock. Just because I listen to my body a lot of the times. When I know, okay, today's the day I'm gonna get up early, I'm gonna get up early. And then other days when I feel like, okay, today I need my rest. I need to sleep. Or I need whatever I need. I'm gonna get up maybe 6:30 instead of 5:30. Um, and that is okay. Would I do that every day? No, because I know if I do that every day, I wouldn't be able to get the stuff done what I need to get done. But if you step back one day out of the week, don't feel like a failure. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I have been failing because I didn't get this done today. It's okay. If for some reason I wasn't able to answer emails today, I'm going to answer it tomorrow. And I just don't feel bad anymore. But the thing is, I have it on my to do list and I'm going to put it on my to do list the next day and I'm going to get it done. You can break down these big tasks into smaller ones as well. So I just want you to know that creating a routine is so crucial to you coming out of that slumber you're in. And talking about slumber, so I have this scripture that I really love that you can read, guys, at this stage. This is in Proverbs. You guys need to read Proverbs. It is amazing. It's just really talking about how long will thou sleep? And it just goes on to talk about it. And while reading the scriptures, I realized a lot of the prophets of old and anyone who God commands, they always arise early. I mean, early might look different for me and it may look different for you, and that's okay. But they arise early to get the work that they need to get done. And to me, being a God fearing person, just especially on my spiritual journey, I realized that that is something that resonate with me. Now it might be different to you. And for me, it was getting up early. And I realized I saw the importance of me getting up early and me wanting to change my life. And because of that, I'm actually seeing everything unfold. I'm seeing how I'm growing and how I'm becoming. And that makes me smile. It makes me happy. And it makes me like I have this peace within me. And there's another scripture. Let me find it. There's a something, it's in Corinthians. It talks about how God says, God is not a God of disorder, mm, but of peace. And I was like, okay, it talks about God is not a God of disorder, but a God of peace. How can I relate that to my life? When, with especially with the title, you are not lazy, you just need a routine, okay, guys? And just like we need to organize the our surroundings, at least for me, I don't know about for you, but I need to organize my surroundings. I need to clean the kitchen. I need to pick up the toys. I need to make sure everything kind of organized, because when it's not organized, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And it's just a saying back home is that like God don't dwell in unholy places. And when my home is not organized, I just feel it's not a holy place. And that's just me. So I need for it to be organized. And it talks about it here. It say God is not a God of disorder. And sometimes in our mind, it's really disorganized because we don't have a routine, we don't have a schedule, we don't know what to do. And so this is why having a routine is so important, because if I go to bed and I don't write down what I need to do the next day, I kind of get up just, I feel like I just existing. Like, it's not like if I don't have a purpose. I know I have a purpose, but because I didn't put it on pen to paper, I feel like I just cruising through the day, which I'm fine to do on some days, but not every day. And I normally, when I write down and I put up, let me put this back up so you can see, and I have this on my to-do list, my checklist. I can see when I get up and I have finished reading my scriptures, I know, I was like, let me check to see what I wrote down. Okay, okay. I have to do this, 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 this. What can I do first? And I tackle the biggest tasks that I have to do first. And it might as well be that would take up a lot of time, whether I be going live or creating product review videos. And so I know I can tackle that and have that done before my house will get up. And yeah, so that is something that I know I do all the time. And so now I'm a lot more organized. My mind is organized because I know I need to do X, Y, and Z throughout the day. And when I get that done, I feel peace. Just like it says here, it says, God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. And I kid you not, when you organize, when you create a routine for yourself, you're going to start feeling peace because you are actually getting this stuff done. You are not talking badly about yourself anymore because you're not being like, I'm lazy, I'm a failure, whatever the case might be, whatever you normally say to yourself. Because remember, we're not speaking those negative things to ourselves, because words have power, guys. Whether you want to believe it or not, words have so much power that even if you jokingly say certain things like, oh, I'm an idiot, or all the things that you know what you say to yourself, jokingly, our brain cannot tell the difference between a joke and you being serious, right? And so it takes all that in. And when it takes all that in, remember, our thoughts become our reality. I just putting that out there. So if you constantly thinking negative about yourself, then your reality is going to be negative, right? If you continue to believe all these negative things, then your reality is going to be negative. And so I want you to understand that it starts with our thoughts, what we believe, right? I need you to believe that, well, I can't tell you what to believe, but you need to create your belief system, and recognize and be aware, more aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your actions, everything, right? Because all of them build one build on the next, right? And so be aware of that. That's what I wanted to say. And so that is what I wanted to talk about today. Just knowing that you are not a lazy person. A lot of the times we are in our mind and it's so distorted, disorganized, that we can't feel that peace. And when we organize our thoughts by creating whether it be a routine or whatever the case might be, you're going to feel that peace inside of you. And that is how you're going to take the next step within your journey. Whatever it is, whether it be a fitness journey, a spiritual journey, your personal growth journey, your motherhood journey, encompass all of those things, your financial journey, because we need to be organized. There's a reason why when you're doing your finances, you write down there's a list. You keep a budget. You're seeing where you're doing. You're seeing where your money is going, right? Because a lot of the times, I know that sometimes when we don't keep that list, we look at we spend. It's like, oh my goodness, what did I spend this money on? I can't remember. But when you keep track of everything, it comes so much easier. Now you can see, and there's a layout of everything. Now you can see where you're going bad. So when you create that routine, now you can see, okay, I am really slacking in this area. I need to work in this area more. So tomorrow I'm gonna put more emphasis on this area. And then you become better. And so that's why do I realize, okay, this week I haven't done anything pertaining to this area. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna focus solely on this area and try to build this area up, and then incorporate it as we go. And so I am seeing a layout of my life and I can see what I need to work on and then work on it. And by doing so, I kid you not, I always feel so much better after because my mind is organized, my space is organized, and I can feel peace. Just like it says in the scripture with God when it talks about in Corinthians, it said, God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. And in order to find that peace, then we need to be organized. And so I hope that I don't know if anyone had any questions or anything like that, but thank you guys for watching because I know like you've been watching and listening. And so if you haven't joined the family, go ahead and join the family because this is what we talk about on my channel. We talk about motherhood, faith, and self-development. How basically is this is my journey that I'm sharing with you. I do have a podcast that is called Mind Your Space. So you can go and watch the recording. It's specifically geared towards mothers where I just interview mothers because motherhood is not an easy journey. And so on there, you're going to get more of me talking about my motherhood journey and interviewing different moms from different places and hearing their stories. But besides that, I'm going to be sharing just my journey on a whole and just how to become a better individual, guys, with all the things I'm learning. And so I will create that planner or guide, and if soon, eventually, especially after the baby come, because right now we're just doing the challenge, we're just going live and everything. But I want you to keep me accountable too, because I know I need to create it. I just yeah, I need to put it on my to-do list so that I can work on it every single day. One piece, one piece, one piece. So yeah, I can do that as well. So that is why it's really important to write down the things that you need to get done, because a lot of the times we forget because we just human being. We forget what we had to do. So when we write it down, like tonight, I'm gonna write down what I need to do tomorrow, what I need to focus on, because there's things that I probably didn't get done today that I really need to focus on tomorrow. So I'm going to create that list. And I don't have a long to do list, just the general. So if I didn't record any product reviews today, I know that is one thing I have to do tomorrow. So I'm going to do that first thing in the morning. I'm going to get up early to do that. And so that's it. This is all I want to share, guys. Creating a routine, it's all depends on you. You can't go off someone else's routine because their dynamics are different from yours. And I really want you to do something that would suit you, that you feel comfortable doing, that you know, okay, I can't get up 5 o'clock every morning, but I can get up 6 o'clock every morning. And I can read my scripture the first thing in the morning for 10 minutes, for 5 minutes. Yeah. After that, okay, I can focus on doing X, Y, and Z. Now we get a lot more done throughout the day. So that way, like I said, because I did that, I didn't feel like a failure anymore. And I stopped talking negative about myself. And because of that, I realize I just become a better person in general because I don't talk negative about people. And I can see the good in others now because of that. And so just growing in general, guys, just growing in general. So let me know where you tuning in from. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that when you see my face pop up, you know, it's me. It's Queen. Yeah, it's Queen. And yeah, if you want to hear anything specific, any topic specific, please let me know also so that I can create videos for it. I normally go live for between 15 to 30 minutes a day. Normally it's be in the morning time, but today I decided to show up at this time. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate all your support and love. If you're watching the replay, type replay so that way I know that you see in the replay. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Also, just let me know where you're watching from so I know where my live is going out to, where YouTube is pushing out my live to. So, yes, I will see you tomorrow.